السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد आज का सबक सुन लीजिए.
Let us listen to the Aaj Ka Sabaq, which is delivered daily by Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Yunus, the son of Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Umar Palanpuri Rahmatullahi alayh. Lesson number 858. This is a continuation in a series with regards to husband and wife relationship and how husband and wife should interact with one another. It is such that when a woman comes into the home of the husband as a newly wedded bride, then she should try as best as possible to look after the belongings of the husband. And she should try and always be somebody that is cheerful and happy in the home. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in praising the women of Quraysh, would say that they are very compassionate to their children and they look after the homes of their husbands. Also, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in explaining the blessings of a good wife, said that for a believer, after the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the best bounty that he can get is a good wife. A wife that is always happy in the home. A wife that when the husband looks at her, then it brings happiness to his face. A wife that when a husband takes a promise and he banks on her to complete it, then she completes that promise. A wife that looks after the household, the house and the belongings of the house of the husband. A wife that looks after the wealth of the husband. A wife that looks after the respect of the husband. And when the husband is on journey, then the wife sees to the goods and the necessities of the house. This hadith is made mention of Ibn Majah. Uthman ibn Mad'un radiyallahu ta'ala an, his wife one day was seen by Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha. And when Uthman bin Mad'un radiyallahu ta'ala anha's wife was seen, then she was dressed very simple. So when Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha saw her, then she asked, is Uthman perhaps on journey that you dress so simply? Because a woman, when her husband is at home, when the husband is in locality, then she should be dressed within the confines of her home very beautifully. She should adorn herself. She should be dressing very appropriately for the sake of the husband. She should be wearing jewelry. She should be dressing up herself. She should be putting surma in her eyes. One day one lady came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and she had bangles on her hand. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, this is inappropriate for a lady. She responded by saying that, O Nabi of Allah, if a woman will not dress up for her husband, then she would be looked down upon in the eyes of the husband. This hadith is made mention of in Nasa'i. A woman, sometimes we find the woman folk within the confines of their home, they dress very informal, they dress very haphazard, very untidily, but when they go out, then they dress beautiful, they are gelled up, they using different GHDs for their hair, and they're making sure that they dress for the occasion. Whereas a believing Muslim woman, her situation is different. When she is at home, then she is dressed up, then she beautifies herself, then she makes herself look extra beautiful for her husband. And when she goes out, not to attract any attention, she is dressed simply. May Allah give us this understanding of how a couple should interact within the confines of their home. Ameen. Now let us read Allahu Akbar. By reading Allahu Akbar, the space in the atmosphere between the earth and the sky is filled with reward and nur. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. Ameen, ameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.